guys, my name is Charles Pilanyani. If it is your first time today, welcome to my channel. It's Charles Pilanyani Maths channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this channel. Today we're going to do question 6 of Matric Maths 2013. I think it's February to March. So now question 6, it's about equations. As you can see, that question 6 is having a parabola and a straight line. So the statement of the question says that S, which is having the x coordinate and the y coordinate of 1 and 18, is the turning point of the graph of f of x, which is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. P and T are x-intercept of f. The graph of g of x is equals to minus 2x plus 8. It has an x-intercept at t. R is a point of intersection of f and g. That's very important to can read the statement and understand what's going on before one can start answering the questions. As you have heard that R is the point of intersection of f and g. Right there, you know, that's where these two graphs share the x coordinate and the y coordinates or are equal. But having said that, we're gonna go on and do 6.1. The question at 6.1 says, calculate the coordinates of t. I think that is very simple because already in the statement it has been said that the graph of g of x has an x-intercept at t. So this is how we're gonna do it. For x-intercept, y is going to be 0. Therefore, since g of x is having the values, not like, or the equation, not like the parabola, which we don't know what is the equation, we're gonna use the g of x, which is the straight line. As I've just said now, for x-intercept, y is equals to 0. We're going to take the equation of g of x minus 2x plus 8. So in this case, g of x is going to be 0. Minus 2x plus 8. So we have to get the value of the x-intercept because already we have the value of the y-intercept. Therefore, this is how we're going to go about the equations. Minus 2x is going to come on the left side, and it will become positive, which is going to be equals to 8. For us to get the value of x, we must divide by 2. Therefore, x is going to be, we cancel this 2, 8 divided by 2, it's going to be 4. So the coordinates of t are going to be 4 and 0. Question 6.2, it is saying we must determine the equation of f in the form of f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, and you must show all your working. So f is the parabola, and then this is the equation that it must be in the form of. So we have the turning point, we have the coordinates of t. I believe in that case it will also help us. Therefore, this is how I'm going to go about it, by saying that f of x is equals to a x minus 1 to the power 2 plus 18. This is the standard form that we can use when, of course, we are completing the square to get the coordinates of the turning point. Already we have been given what are the coordinates. Therefore, because we know the coordinates of t, we can therefore replace the coordinates of t to this equation above. If I remember well, f of x is going to be 0 equals to a, and then our x is going to be 4 minus 1 to the power 2 plus 18. So I'm going to say 0 is equals to a. 4 minus 1 is going to give us 3 to the power 2, which will later give us 0 is equals to 9a plus 18. For us to get the value of a, we're going to say 9a is equals to minus 18. We have taken this 18 to the left, it becomes negative. Of course, it was gonna be, we are gonna say minus 18 is equals to 9a is the same as 9a is equals to minus 18. For us to get the value of a, we divide by 9. Therefore, a is going to be minus 2. So the graph of f of x is going to be minus 2 x minus 1 to the power 2 plus 18. Therefore, to finish or to put it in the form that was required, which is this one, then we're gonna say minus 2, and we expand this equation, x minus 1 to the power 2, which is gonna give us x squared minus 2x, because we said 2 multiplied by x multiplied by minus 1, plus 1 to the power 2, which is 1, plus 18. Therefore, our equation is going to be minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 16. Question 6.3, it says if f of x is equals to minus 2x plus 4x plus 16, we must calculate the coordinate of R. Already in our statement, it has been said that R is a point of intersection of F and G. Therefore, F is going to be equals to G at R. Therefore, we should put it like that. Minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 16 is going to be equals to minus 2x plus 8. So the coordinates that we're gonna get for this point R are going to be shared by both graphs, so they are exactly the same. So we should go about 2x squared plus 4x plus 16, then we into minus 2x. When it comes to left side, it's going to be plus 2x and minus 8. In fact, plus 8 when it comes to the left is going to be minus 8. It's equals to 0. Because in this case, we want the value of x. Therefore, minus 2x squared, 4x plus 2x is going to give us 6x. 16 minus 8 is going to give us plus 8 is equals to 0. For us to eliminate a lot of things, we're going to divide everything by minus 2, which is going to give us x squared minus 3x minus 4 and 0. 0 divided by any number is going to give us 0. Then we have to factorize here to get the value of x. In this case, it's simple. If we multiply 1 and 4, is going to give us 4. If we subtract 1 from 4, is going to give us 3. So I'll put minus 4 but plus 1, because now minus 4 plus 1 is going to give us minus 3, and then negative 4 we're going to get it when we say positive 1 multiplied by negative 4 equals to 0. Therefore, in this case, we're going to use x is equals to minus 1, because we will say x is equals to minus 1 or x is equals to 4. But when we look at graphs, the Cartesian plane, and where the point R lies, it lies on the left side of the 0. So I'm gonna use minus 1 in this case. For us to get the y coordinate, we're gonna say y is equals to 2. We replace it by 1 plus 8. We use this graph here. We can use even the graph of the parabola. As I have just said, the coordinates at the point R, they are exactly going to be the same. Therefore, our y is going to give us negative 2 multiplied by negative 1 is positive 2 plus 8, which is going to give us 10. Therefore, R is going to be minus 1 and 10. That's it for 6.3. I hope you guys have learned something out of this question. Let's move to the last question. Question 6.4 says, use your graphs to solve for x, where f of x is greater or equals to g of x, and you also have to solve minus 2x plus 4x minus 2 is less than 0. So in this case, guys, 6.4.1, they actually want all the values of x, whereby the graph of f is above the straight line, the graph of g. So we ought to put a line there and get those values there of x. That is basically what the question is asking, and it's very simple. We know R and T, most especially R, are point of intersection of both curves, meaning that at the point R, from below the point R, that's where the straight line is going to be above the F or the parabola. Therefore, hence I'm saying it's simple. We know the coordinates of R, we know the coordinates of T. The X coordinate of R is minus 1, and the X coordinate of T is 4. Therefore, the value of x, whereby f of x is going to be greater or equals to g of x, is going to be minus 1 x is going to be greater or equals to minus 1, or x is going to be less than 4. With these two values, because here the question is actually asking about the range, not the value, the range, and it's a couple of values of x from t, x coordinate of t to x coordinate of r here. So it is above the straight line. Therefore, if you take any value that is between, including minus 1 and including 4, that is between minus 1 and 4, therefore you will satisfy this statement.